Here's a true story that years ago had a dramatic impact on the way that I viewed other individuals in my life. It was an early Sunday morning in New York City, and Stephen Covey was riding the subway train. As it often was on Sunday mornings, individuals were basically keeping to themselves. They were either reading the paper or they were just quietly going about their business. The subway train pulls into a station, and a man and his children get on the train. The man sits down next to Stephen Covey and just kind of closes his eyes, but at the same time, his kids are just running around and acting a little bit out of control. The children are running around yelling, they're throwing things, they're interrupting people, they're getting in other people's space, and it's really a little bit chaotic. As the minutes pass, everyone is getting more and more frustrated and perturbed by the children's behavior, so finally Stephen decides that he needs to do something. So he taps the father on the shoulder and says, "Sir, I hate to bother you, but your children are really out of control and they are bothering everybody on this train. Is there anything you can do to get them under control?" The man looks up and looks around, and almost as if he'd seen it for the first time, realizes what's going on and says, "You know, you're right, I really should get them under control. We just left the hospital and their mother has passed away, and I'm really at a loss for what to do next." When Stephen and the people around him heard the man say this, suddenly their whole perspective changed. Instead of being upset and frustrated, they suddenly were filled with compassion. Instead of wondering how they should get those kids under control, they were trying to figure out what could they do to help. Oftentimes, we judge people based on what we're seeing on the outside, but we have no idea what an individual is going through. We don't know what people are dealing with. We don't know what could have caused someone to be in a certain situation or cause someone to act in a certain way. And when we understand their story, oftentimes it changes our entire perspective. Now, every time that I see someone and feel like I want to judge them because of the way they're acting or the things that they're saying, I think back to that subway story, because I have no idea what an individual has been through that would have caused them to say or act in a certain way. And I have no idea if I would act in the same way if I had been through what they had been through. And honestly, I think the world would be a much better place if we would all think of the story of the man on the subway. I try to provide tips and content from things that I've learned, so if you like content like this, then please like this video and follow me for more.